Hi guys, I'm Charlotte. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I'm talking about some books that you probably haven't heard of that I'm going to recommend to you, because I feel like we're all recommending the same books over and over again and it's kind of boring. Okay, we've all read Throne of Glass, we've all read ACOTAR, we all have read Fourth Wing, we all have read the big romance books. So now I'm going to recommend you some that you haven't read yet, maybe even haven't heard of yet. And maybe you have read them because these are books that were really popular like before BookTok became a thing. So hopefully you find a few fun, new, interesting reads, or hopefully you remember a book that you read 3-4 years ago and you're like, oh my god, I used to love that book. So without further ado, let's get started. But I am launching the Buried Book Club, where we go back in time and read some books that were really popular 2009, 2010, that kind of era, maybe a bit newer, like 2017. And we're gonna see if they're really like fun new reads, and maybe we'll find like a new favorite read. Okay, that's it. Without further ado, let's get started. The very first book I have for you is The Truth About Heartbreak by B. Celeste. Now this follows River. This is a new adult romance book. This follows River. River is adopted into a really loving, great family. She has an older adoptive brother and obviously her parents, and she absolutely loves them. And she has a crush on her brother's best friend. His brother's best friend has a girlfriend, and she's just kind of always quietly been crushing on this dude. And nothing's ever happened until she gets a bit older and there's a situation and things kind of progress from there. This is such like an angsty, romancy book. Like the pining, the yearning in this book is wild. No one does it like a good like 2017, 2016 book, and this definitely gives the vibe. I'm not actually sure when this was released, but it is such a good book. I absolutely love this book. I loved River. She's such a strong female main character. However, there is a cheating scene in this book. It's not between our two main characters don't cheat, but the main male character cheats. It's a whole thing. Just be sure, because I know a lot of people hate the cheating trope. I for one hate it. So just be sure like when you read this that is in there. I absolutely love this book. Oh, chef's kiss. The next book I have is Something in the Way by Jessica Hawkins. Now, back in the day when I still did YouTube, like eons ago, I did a whole series review to this book, and I think I took it down because I went through a scene where I was like, oh my god, I hate everything, every video I ever posted, which, I mean, okay. Anyways, but this book follows Lake. Lake, that was her name, I had to check. Lake is 16 years old, and she falls in love with Manning, who is a dude that is working on the construction site of her parents' house. She's like infatuated with him, she's kind of into him, and he's obviously way older than her, so he's like, nice kid. And he actually starts dating her sister, and things kind of go from there. They do not get together in this book, I think, until the third book in the series. This is how intense and insane the pining is. So if you don't like that, I wouldn't read this book. But if you love intense pining and like, oh my god, no one has ever done it to me like you have, then I highly recommend this. It was so good. 3 books for them to get together. Tell me something that is more slow burn. Next we have Wait For It by Jaylyn. That is the pen name for Jennifer Armentrout, I think, and this is a romance book. So she does fantasy normally, so this is a romance book, so I think she has a different pen name. This follows Avery. Avery goes to college, and she's kind of trying to like escape an incident from her past that was very traumatic, and she kind of wants like a new fresh start at this college. But her past has a way of catching up with her, and she ends up dating a dude, I think from the football team. His name was Cam, and they kind of like start dating, I guess, and then he uncovers pieces of her past, and it's like a whole thing. I really like this book. Definitely read your trigger warnings before going into this, but this was such a sweet like romance of like, I will help you get better. Chef's kiss. Next, we have Bad Boys Break Hearts by Michaela Schmelze. Now, I remember when this series first came out. It was all the rage, but now I don't hear anybody talking about it anymore. This follows Raven. Raven goes to college, and then she sees the guy that used to be her best friend that then started like spreading a rumor about her, and then they became enemies, and it's kind of like how their love story, I guess, and they hate each other. Like I think his name was Maverick, like no, like she hates him and he hates her for some reason, and she's like, I didn't do anything to you, you've always been mean to me. It's a whole thing. So if you love the like we used to be friends and now we hate each other trope, chef's kiss. This romance was also extremely well done. I really love this series. These are interconnected standalones, so if that is something you enjoy, I recommend checking out the very first book in the series, which I don't actually know the name of right now, but interconnected standalones, college sports romance, love it. I need a quick little break. I got this like weird chocolate coffee and it's actually really dope. Next we have Come Back to Me by Mila Gray. Now this is a army, military, marine romance. A marine who falls for his best friend's younger sister, and right before, or while he's on leave, and right before he goes into active deployment, so he's sent off, they strike up a romance. So they start secretly dating, and then he's shipped off with the brother, and then she gets news of something terrible, and it's kind of like her trying to figure out, okay, how do I go from here? Like, what do I do from here? And it was such a heartbreaking story, but somehow also it like shatters your heart into a million different pieces, but then it tries to like knit it back together, and for that I give it great credit. I really liked this book. I love this book. I thought it was very intense, very like secret, dating, pining, all the good stuff. So if you enjoy that, I think you will really, really enjoy this book. Okay, that was it for today's YouTube video. I will have the next one up next week, and it will be all fantasy and sci-fi and dystopian and all of that good stuff. So this was more of the romance one, and now I'm going to do more of the fantasy dystopian one. So I hope you stick around. Please subscribe if you haven't done so yet. I'm tripping over my words. I think I had too much coffee. And I'll see you guys very, very soon in my next YouTube video. Bye.